So I'm not really too sure why Ronald 2K has put this in the game, but I found a shot blocking, contact dunking, sharp shooting, absolute dribble god 7-foot center build. Nah, this build is really crazy. Alright, for position, go with center. And obviously for the height, we're going 7 foot. And then what you're going to want to do is for the weight, go with 227. And then for the wingspan, go with 7'7". These body settings right here are extremely good. They give you a ton of very important key attributes, which we'll talk about a little bit later. Alright, so we're finishing first things first, driving dunk, we need that at an 85. As well, 90 standing dunk, 100% we need that as well. And then yeah, we do just have like some other attributes, not really anything too notable, too important. But what is important is that this build's finishing is really crazy. Again, I don't know why Ronald has this in the game, but you can just do quick drop-offs from Narnia that are just so quick, so unguardable. And then as well, your standing dunk is a 90, so you do get elite big man contacts, as well as pro normal contacts with an 85 dunk rating. And like, come here! I was a tiny bit worried that I wasn't going to be able to get contact dunks on this build, but this guy has the audacity to sit in the paint that's green dunked on you. I don't think that's just like the only clip I have. Trust me, I have a lot more of these. You guys see, he's playing pretty good defense, but like, it doesn't matter. I'm getting bailed out by contacts. Definitely, if you are going to use this build right here, know how to time the dunk meter. I think a lot of people are avoiding using the dunk meter because they just haven't tried it. Which I was the same way, but legit all I did is I spent 15 minutes literally just grinding the dunk meter, learning it like to perfection. And then legit, that's all it took, and I'm just getting contact dunk after contact dunk. Like, Buddy's really dumb for sitting with him. Like, come here, don't jump with me. You don't have to be super good with the dunk meter either. Like, that's literally an early and I still caught a contact dunk. Like, I did not time that well whatsoever. I know 80 post control is not the highest in the world, and I know I'm not going against the best defenders in the world, but since you are 7 foot, you can definitely make 80 post control work very well, especially if you know what you're doing. Post scoring is not nearly as OP as it used to be in previous years. You can't just like spam it every single possession, but the combination of this build having insane contacts as well as being able to post score a little bit is just an unstoppable combination. And plus, when you guys see like the shooting and the dribbling on this build as well, you guys gotta see it's kind of impossible to guard. Like right now, I could just be punishing this kid for treating me like Russell Westbrook, but instead I just drive in and come here, bro. Oh my goodness, I just knocked this kid out like Floyd Mayweather. And you think I'm done, bro? This next possession is an assassination attempt. Like, come. Alright, that does not happen a ton, trust me, but it does happen from time to time. Now for badges, this is pretty much what I'm going with. If you want to be getting contacts, definitely you're going to want posterizer as well. Limos takeoff on silver on a 7 foot center build is just really stupid in my opinion. As well, rise up will allow you to get standing contact dunks. I don't know why, I just didn't go for a single standing contact dunk in like my 2 hours of playing this game. But yeah, you guys saw the driving dunk capabilities. You can do the exact same thing with standing dunks as well. And pretty much you're getting 24 total finishing badges. This is what I'd recommend going with. Alright, so moving on to shooting, first things first, we're going to go with an 83 3-point rating and a 68 mid-range. 100%, this is a shooting center build. There's just no other way around it, if I'm being honest. You guys see, I'm able to just like hit him with a cross, step back, finesse a little bit of space, but that's too much space, green, wide open 3-pointer. Somehow I catch this boy sliding with take, it's just automatic. Now, I know there is 100% just a little bit of an argument for having an 85 3-point rating, but if we're being honest here, guys, how often are you going to be taking limitless range 3-pointers? The whole point of having an 85 3-point rating is to get silver limitless range, but on a 7 foot center build, you're not really going to be taking limitless range shots. Anywho, whether it's off the catch, off the dribble, you're just going to be straight automatic. You're never going to be missing if you can time your jump shot correctly, and there's really not that many full bars on this build either. Now, my back pocket secret weapon of this 7 foot stretch build is the hop jumper. You guys see, I grabbed this rebound right here. He's reaching. Like, you have to be on me at all times. Hop jumper into the corner. Pow! Especially on the 2s or the 1s, whenever you grab a rebound, they just go for a reach and then they just leave this hop jumper open every time. Team takeover without a team. Like, bro, Santa Claus reaches again. He makes the same mistake again. I'm never missing that. In all honesty, those stretch bigs are honestly just really good this year due to this hop jumper right here. It's impossible to guard if I'm being honest. Like, I'm straight up cooking dudes with this move. Like, even if your defense is good, you're still getting absolutely fried. And also, just like any other 2K, when you're tall, it's just really hard to contest you. Pair that with this hop jumper, which creates so much space, you're just not going to be able to be guarded. As well, if you guys want my jump shot and my hop jumper, they're both on the screen right now. Copy them down if you want to. Alright, so for the badges right here, you guys pretty much see what I'm going with. This is the badges I was running with for the 1v1 court. Obviously, if you're playing a team game mode, you're probably going to want catch and shoot. As well, you don't really need bronze limitless range, if I'm being honest. I just kind of have it when I'm messing around. If you guys want me spamming that step back jumper like I was every single possession, it's just impossible to guard. You're going to need Hall of Fame Space Creator. And then if you whack on Deadeye as well, it's just so hard to guard, I'm being honest. Even if they know it's coming, they're still getting fried. Alright, so moving on to the playmaking side of things. Before we move on, let me just say something really quick. For a 7-foot center, don't expect a 90 ball handling. Also, please subscribe to the channel. I'm literally begging you at this point. Alright, so moving on to the playmaking. First things first, ball handling, you get that at a 65. 100%, we do need a 65 ball handling to be dribbling whatsoever. And then pass act, we have this at 66. Unfortunately, I couldn't get this a little bit higher, but you do get silver break starter, which is really all you need, to be honest, when it comes to passing. Alright, so as far as dribbling on this build really goes, it's not as necessarily good as it necessarily could be. Obviously, you're 7 foot, like, I don't really know what you're expecting, but I have found some quite good sigs that are extremely glitchy, extremely quick, and like, I don't know how this kid's getting fried. And if anyone knows how to do this like same hand pullback consistently, let me know. That thing is crazy. Really, your best friend when it comes to dribbling on the 7-foot center build is the fake hop jumper. Like when you're able to do the fake hop jumper and then the real hop jumper, it is so hard to guard. If you just spam the fake and then spam the real, it's just really hard to guard, really hard to keep up with you. Again, right there, you guys are seeing he does not get a contest whatsoever, even though he played pretty good defense. As well, if you pair this build's pretty okay dribbling with the fact that you can get unlimited contacts and take limitless range dunks, this build can 100% definitely ISO. Also, if you guys do want to be dribbling like me right here, these are pretty much the animations you guys are going to want to go with. The basic spin back is pretty important as well. Another very important one is the Giannis Antetokounmpo 6 size up. And yeah, those are my animations. Alright, so moving on to defensive / rebounding. First thing, you're definitely going to need that 93 defense rebound, and we're also going to need that 93 block reading. As well, 70 offensive rebound, definitely extremely good. And you guys see, I'm going with 0 steal whatsoever. But somehow, some way, I'm still getting steals on this build. I don't know why this game's like this, but the difference between having a 30 steal and a 70 steal is literally nothing. The only thing that actually changes anything is the badges. So yeah, the actual steal attribute is pretty useless. You do need to use your intellect as far as bump steals go on this build, but yeah, you guys see, I'm getting rips pretty easily. And then when it comes to protecting the rim on this build, just nobody does it better. Like Santa Claus is trying to force a dunk me or dunk, but it's just not working against this build. Now granted, I do have takeover right here. This is a slasher trying to go up at me and it's just not working. Now the rim protection on this build is definitely immaculate, especially when it comes to park. I mean, at the end of the day, you are a 7-footer. It does make sense that you are getting a ton of blocks. And as well, you're not one of those super slow 7-foot center builds that just can't move whatsoever. The reason why that's important is because you guys see all these chase downs I'm getting against this golden skeleton just isn't possible unless you're somewhat fast. This is not the physicals category, but I did want to touch on that a little bit. Also, just another added bonus of being somewhat fluid, being somewhat quick, is that you're able to stick with perimeter defenders like you're in a box, buddy. In total, this build is getting 24 total defensive / rebounding badges. These are pretty much the badges I would go with right here. For the defensive badges, you guys kind of have a lot of liberty as far as like your badges go, depending on your game mode and stuff. If you set screens, go with brick wall, obviously, but if you don't set screens, then you might want to go with pogo stick. As well, if you guys want more defensive badges, you do get the +4, remember that. Me personally, I did throw all of my +4 into defensive. That way I can get like challenger, glove, interceptor, which is just like very important bronze badges. And then for the physicals, you guys pretty much see what I'm going with. Basically everything is just like maxed out. Like obviously physicals are pretty important this year, especially for a center build. And yeah, I don't really have much else to say about this. If you guys are on the current side of things, you're not going to want to upgrade the build like this. You're instead going to want to upgrade the build like this. It's pretty much the exact same build. You do get a few less badges. You guys see 23, 16, 8, and 23. Now for the takes, again, you do have kind of a bit of liberty when it comes to these takeovers right here. I personally went with first stuff blocks and second limitless range. And you guys see I built an inside out scorer. Bro, what? Where is this name from? But anyways, just the fact that you guys watched this entire video, I appreciate so much. With that being said, I'm out. Peace.